Glad to have you. Playoff action time. In football, as the New Trier Trevians take on the Evanston Wildkits. Turns out today's going to be a big New Trier Evanston day on the big network. And on some of our cable affiliates, they'll actually get New Trier Evanston in both football and soccer. So we're all set to get underway. The Evanston Wildkits will kick off for the New Trier Trevians to start this game. This, of course, the second meeting of the year between the two teams. New Trier won the first one in overtime, and New Trier has actually kind of owned Evanston the last number of performances. New Trier, I believe it's 11 to, out of the last 11 games, it's 9 to 2 in favor of the New Trier Trevians, something like that. We'll take a look a little bit later on in our record book on that. Here's the kick away. And taken short. Up ahead to the 25, 30, and down at the 35-yard line. That's where the Trevians will take over, first and 10. That's Shapley with the, gets it up to the 35. As you can see, it's been a cold day today. Got a little snow that has lake effect snow that has frozen on the field and making things a little slippery and treacherous up that middle. There won't be a lot of good traction out there. Out to Matt Kelly, and there's Kelly into that. And had a little trouble, but still managed to pick up about 8 yards on the play, and that'll bring up a second down and 2 early on here in the Peach Bowl action. Glad to have you with us, wherever you may be. Hope you enjoy our broadcast today. New Trier and Evanston. Old-time rivalry. They've met almost 100 times over the years. First started playing each other in 1913. And the man who, on the New Trier side of the ball, not much there, on the run by Matt Kelly. The man who started that on the New Trier side between New Trier and Evanston was Wilbur Duke Childs. He was the first football coach at New Trier. He was also the first basketball coach at New Trier. I don't think he was the first swimming coach. I'm not sure on that. But in any case, the Trevians have the ball. Third down and 2. Back to pass. Dusty Napoleon. Napoleon throws. Complete. First down. And then some. Into Evanston territory at about the 46 or 7. They'll spot it at the 47-yard line.
On the tackle for the Wildcats, number 3, Jerome Daly.
So first and 10 for the Trevians. Dusty Napoleon to Ryan O'Rourke pass. Puts the Trevians into Evanston territory. New Trier has gotten this far a number of times. On the second hit, finally get Matt Kelly down. They're listing him now at, I think 6'1" or 6, yeah, I think 6'1" and 210. He's a pretty good sized running back. Second down, 6.
Ball on the Evanston 42.
A cold afternoon. Pass over to the far side, complete to Tad Stacy. Stacy to the outside and dragged out of bounds at about the 30-yard line of the Evanston Wildkits. Just underway. Last time I had a game that involved weather this bad, that is with snow on the ground, was back with that New Trier York game in '96. Boy, that one was cold. This is nothing. This isn't bad, but boy, that one was cold. Hand off. I was inside the press box and I was still cold. And they had heaters on in there. I pity the poor players. A couple of yards gained by Matt Kelly here. 2nd and 7, gain of 3.
From the Evanston 27.
Well, join us for basketball action not too far off. And we are the sole voice in the state of Illinois for swimming and diving now. We'll be at New Trier for the girls in November. Here in November, whoops. Flag, and I think a little early jump there on the part of the Trevians.
Delay of game called against the Trevians.
Make it delay a game against New Trier. Took a little too long.
5-yard walk-off. We'll make it 2nd and 11.
2nd down, 11 yards to go.
2nd and 12. Ball spotted.
Yeah, it is too. 2nd and 12 for New Trier at the Evanston 32-yard line. They're probably going to work out a shotgun. Dusty drops back, looking, throws, complete to Tad Stacy. Stacy breaks a tackle. He's going to go in for the touchdown. New Trier touchdown. Tad Stacy. Well, the first possession, and the Trevians on the board. Tad Stacy, 6'4", spins away, and he's off to the races. And in for the touchdown. Much like the last time these two teams met, New Trier scoring early. Last time they didn't score much after that until the 4th quarter, but this time around the New Trier Trevians at least get the first score on the board. And now lead it 6-0, going for the PAT on the pass from Dusty Napoleon. 32-yard pass, Napoleon to Tad Stacy. The pass and run. So the New Trier Trevians with the touchdown. And the Trevians leading 6-0. On comes John Barron to try for the extra point. The PAT on the hold by Dusty Napoleon. You can see there is a little bit of snow still coming down. The kick is up, and it is good. Well, always a good sign when you can score early on in a game. 8:16 left to play here in the first quarter, and the Trevians on the board. That's 7-zip. Now we're set for the kickoff, and the New Trier Trevians come in with a record of 8-2 on the year. Evanston 7-3. It kind of tells you a little something about the preseason standings and the fact that it's always so much name recognition more than anything else. Gets up to the 30-yard line on the kickoff return. Sergio Thompson. I forget, there's a hyphen name in there. But in any case, the Trevians will go on defense from the 30-yard line. If you look at the preseason polls and the fact that they did it totally on name recognition, they had New Trier number 1. Not New Trier, Maine South number 1, which is to be expected. Niles West number 2 off the name recognition of the Mendenhall brothers. Evanston number 3 off the recognition of Alex Brown and Jody Ellis. New Trier number 4, and only Waukegan and Glenbrook South belong. Ended up New Trier number 1.
Long 5 for the Wildkits.
I'm sorry, I did that again. Maine South number 1. New Trier second in conference. Evanston third. Niles West fourth. Whoa. Pass. And it is complete to over here on the near side. And an Evanston Wildkit first down out beyond the... Oh, I said the 30. It actually was the 20 where Evanston started out. Well, first and 10. One of the problems why the camera's bouncing is because this brand new press box, every time somebody comes up and down those stairs, and there are a bunch of high school kids here, that the whole press box jiggles and wiggles. Brian Kelly throws and intercepted by Ryan O'Rourke.
He is picked off by the Trevians.
And the Trevians have the football back. Ryan O'Rourke picks it off from Kelly at the
Pass was intercepted.
Evanston
And the Trevians will take over
47-yard line.
43, first and 10.
Yeah, you got that wrong, on 47. Or the 48, make it. So anyway, the Trevians and Evanston, early on, New Trier just regained possession of the football. Back to pass, Napoleon. Throws long and bobbled around in there into fingers, incomplete. Intended for Ryan O'Rourke.
Jason Starling.
Nice 40-plus yard bomb by Napoleon, but not quite there. O'Rourke's fast enough to get out there, but just didn't quite make it. Tad Stacy and Matt Chandler over here on the near side. Handoff and backing across the line to the down to the 40-yard line was Matt Kelly. He was right. I was wrong. It wasn't the 47. It was the 43. The announcer here at Memorial Stadium in Evanston. Well, originally when I got the basketball schedule, it had only one of the two New Trier Evanston basketball games at Welsh Ryan. I understand, although it hasn't been officially told to me yet, that actually both games are going to be at Welsh Ryan again. Whoops, pass incomplete. Intended for Matt Kelly over here on the near side. And that'll bring up fourth down. And long. And the Wildcats will get the football back here. Jody Ellis back to receive the kick. They snap. The kick away. And taken at about the 15. Flag goes down. Illegal block to the back. This gets about as obvious as you can get. Right there on the back. Actually, I thought it was worse than it really was. He got pushed in the back. It wasn't really blocked to the back. But it was rather obvious right in the middle of the field there where everyone could see it. Well, the Trevian got past the Wildkit, and the Wildkit then turns around, and you'll see him here right there start putting both hands on the back. And in that, the flags go down. So following the flag, it's first and 10 for the Wildkits. And now sideline warning, I believe, against New Trier.
Officials timeout.
Or maybe to discuss it. Describe. Yeah, something about the. Yeah, it was a sideline warning against the Trevians.
First and 10 from their own 8-yard line.
First and 10 for Evanston from the 8. Warning against New Trier. Sideline warning. Handoff. And not a lot there.
Met at the 10.
Gain of 2.
On the bottom of the pile for New Trier, number 62, Tom Ferguson.
Tom Ferguson on the tackle.
Second and 8 for the Wildkits from their own 10.
Always fun to get to this time of the year with the playoffs and whatever. This year's been a kind of strange year for me. Not much there, but out beyond enough for the first down. Out to the 15, 16-yard line. Been kind of a strange year because not only have I been doing the basketball, there's the True Blue Trevian crew here tonight. Because this year, usually I get some time to go in and go to practices, a couple of practices, and take a look, see what's going on and whatever. Get a chance to talk to some of the players. This year, I haven't had that chance. It's just been too busy. Yeah, pick up of about 2.
Andrew Walker on the tackle for New Trier.
And that'll be enough.
Ball's going to be short of a first down.
No, it won't be enough for the first down.
4th and 1 for Evanston.
4th and about a yard. And the Wildkits will have to kick it away here.
Number 1, Ryan O'Rourke. Deep to receive for the Trevians.
Ryan O'Rourke. Whoops. Nope. Yeah. Offside. Not very smart. New Trier's going to get the football back if you just stay patient. And over here on the near side, on the line, that was something they just couldn't do. And trying to psych out the Wildkits on the line a little bit, get them to move. Got a little too aggressive on the jumping. There you see, whoa, yeah, too far. So on the penalty, the Wildkits get a first down here. The draw, the option out to the far side, didn't gain very much. Sir Helmuth with the tackle. And just barely got back to the line, gained about 6 inches out of that. In motion, the handoff to the near side. And Jody Ellis, the ball carrier. Gained a couple. Picked up a 6.
Third and a long 4 from the Wildkits 28.
Third down. New Trier and Evanston. Storied rivalry going back many, many years. Anybody who's played football has a story to tell about a New Trier Evanston game. Around here. Pass is complete, out of bounds. And a Trevian first down. Make it a Wildcat first down. Hello. Oh, yeah, I was going to check and see these last couple of appearances. It really doesn't matter. It's just kind of bragging rights. I've always said that about past stats and past numbers, even numbers week to week for players. Not what you did last week, what you're doing on the field right at the moment. Pass is complete and pulled out of bounds by Ryan O'Rourke at the 44-yard line. And that'll be about 3 yards short of the first.
Wildcats ball spotted on the 44.
The only problem with leaving everything on the computer is you end up with so many darn files for things. Takes you a while to get to what you're looking for. The handoff, and very little there. Maybe up to the 45, depending on what the spot is. Still third down now and 3.
No gain on the play.
In the last 11 games, New Trier, or 10 games, in the last 10 games, New Trier is 8-2. And that'll be a Wildcat first down here, right at midfield.
First and 10 for the Wildcats from midfield.
First and 10, Evanston at midfield. Among those, a 48-7 trouncing in 2000. A 41-13 trouncing in playoffs in 1996. Only time the two teams did, one of 2 times the teams met. Oh my! Pass is complete. In for the touchdown, and the Wildcats on the board. A 50-yard touchdown bomb. Actually, not that long in the air. Touchdown play. It looks like it's an option play, and instead, Brian Kelly steps back a couple of yards and lets loose a nice one. Good spiral to it. And that slippery field, I think, had a little to do with the fact that Ryan O'Rourke, couldn't get there. And the touchdown, and it's a 7-6 ball game. Will Stafford tried for the extra point on the hold. The kick is up, and it is no good. And with 1:04 left to play here in the first quarter, it is now 7-6, favor of the Trevians. Make it 1:05 left to play. So the Trevians, their work kind of cut out for them. Nobody said this was going to be easy. A very short kick, and up to the 40-yard line.
Field at the 35, return of 5 yards. Number 28, Larry Smith on the tackle for the Wildcats.
So the Trevians have the ball right at the 40-yard line. Their own 40.
First and 10 for New Trier from its own 40.
Yeah, New Trier and Evanston have played twice before in the playoffs, and New Trier has won both of them. A 41-13 drubbing back in 1996, and a 6-3 game, the first game of the playoffs back in 1992. That was the year New Trier ended up finishing second in state, and that year they played the 6A championship at Dyke Stadium.
6. Just short
Yes, it
of
was still
25.
called Dyke Stadium. If you want to call it Ryan Field now, I would still say that I would call it Dyke Stadium from that time. So Trevians with a one-digit lead. Late here in the first quarter. Hand off to Matt Kelly. He got to the outside, but only gained a couple. And the flags are down. I think that may be holding against New Trier.
There is a flag on the play.
And it is holding against the Trevians. So following the walk-off for the holding, I really didn't get a very good look at that. That's why I didn't put the play on a replay. And that's, whoops, flag goes all over the place. And I think it's, I'm not sure exactly what the signal is. No flag. I don't know what they were.
No flag on the play.
What the flag. The ref wanted to make sure on something or other. Thought he saw a foul.
It's sort of around 35.
So the Trevians from their own 35, and now we won't get it underway as the quarter comes to an end. So at the end of the first quarter, the Trevians leading it 7-6, and we'll be back with more football action from the playoffs and Evanston in just a few moments here on the Metro Chicago Sports Network. It's football to start the second quarter here.
Second and 16.
Second down, 16 yards to go. From the about 35-yard line. Back to pass. Napoleon throws and overthrew. Incomplete. Sometimes these things happen. Actually, what happened here is we got a hold of a bad tape. And the tape's going to have to be tossed out. But in the meantime, it's the only copy we have of the game from kind of close in. So what we're going to do is continue to play the game despite the technical difficulties that we're experiencing. So stay with us. It does correct itself over the course of the quarter here, hopefully. And what we're basically going to do here is we're just going to go ahead and do this much like we would a coach's tape and just cover the plays until that problem on the left-hand side of your screen. Oh, my. And Tad Stacy gets racked up on the ice and snow. The pass is complete to Stacy, but I'm not sure if this was how much of this was the solid hit and how much of this was the feet going out under the snow. Yeah. Actually, it was a roll tackle. I thought that was illegal. Right there, a little bit of a knee, or I guess it was the hit itself that did that. Anyway, Tad Stacy hobbles off, and we'll have to see if he can come back. So fourth down, and the Trevians will have to kick it away.
John Barron to punt.
John Barron punts. That's bad tape combined with a digital camera, and that's what'll happen. I'm really getting the use of my instant replay today. Watch the action here down on the lower right, down by the sign, instant replay. And coincidental, unsportsmanlike conduct's off this thing. There's the first push. and a push back, and a third one up in the face, and then both of them actually got face mask, I think. As the ball rolls dead. I don't know. What they called them on is double each side and unsportsmanlike conduct for that. A handoff to the far side. Jody Ellis, the ball carrier, and Ellis got nothing.
Back up to the 25.
He got to the 25-yard line.
Pick up of about 3 yards on the play.
It'll call a gain of 3, second down and 7.
Another second round playoff action. And
so the new Trier Trevians will play the winner of the Maine South. The Maine South Stevenson game.
Second and 7 for the Wildkits from around 25.
Whoops, second quarter. Got a little rim. Forgot to change the graphic. Yeah. Had trouble getting it off, too. Back to pass. And got nothing. Down he went. Andrew Krajewski, I think, with it. Looks like a gain of 1 or 2 on the play. Third down. And about 6. On the option over to the far side. Jerome Daly, the ball carrier, and he got up a few more yards, but short of the first.
Gain of 2 on the play. This is going to bring up 4 for the Wildcats.
Fourth down and about 4. 9:08 left to play. 9:08 to play here in the second quarter. The Trevians remain the leaders here by a single digit in the game. They kick away, and it's going to take a favorable Evanston bounce, pretty good favorable Evanston bounce down to the 20-yard line. Well, we know where this tape's physical tape, the game that we tape that we recorded this thing on, is going at the end of this game. Going into the dumpster. Gain of about 2 by Matt Kelly. Out to the 22.
Gain of 3 yards on the play.
Make it a gain of 3.
Bring up second and 7 for Trier.
We're here at Evanston. Actually, it's kind of a quirk in the schedule and the way the playoffs work out because, of course, size of the schools and they do it by size of school and location. That the 4 teams from the Central Suburban League end up, basically 3 of them ended up repeating parts of their schedule here. New Trier, the one that got the worst end of that deal as far as repeating the schedule, having to play Niles West 2 weeks ago, or 3 weeks ago, actually, in real time. Well, actually in real time, 4 weeks ago, I guess. 4 weeks ago, in real time. And then Evanston, and then repeating the schedule all over again. Niles West, and now back here to Evanston. But New Trier's won 3 of those 4 games. There's a true blue Trevian crew for you.
It's going to be second and 1 for New Trier.
Second down, 1 yard to go. From the 46 or 41-yard line, making the 42. First down, Jack D'Angelo gets out past the 45, out to about the 46 or 7. Now we can put a proper graphic up there. There you go. Well, first and 10 for the Trevians. At their own 47-yard line. Handoff to Matt Kelly, and he gets into Evanston territory.
Just across midfield.
6 minutes, 38 seconds, and the clock continues to tick here.
Pick up a free on the play. 2nd and 7 for New Trier from the Evanston 49.
Napoleon back to pass. Napoleon looks, throws, and incomplete. Knocked away at the last minute, intended for, I think, Matt Chandler, but there's a flag on the play, and I would say probably New Trier holding again. More logical. No, I think it was. I think they thought it was an ineligible receiver downfield. That's what I think he was looking for. Ineligible receiver downfield. And he wasn't within the. He was not beyond the 5 yards.
3rd and 7 for New Trier from the Evanston 49.
3rd and 7. Third and 7 from just inside the 50-yard line in Evanston territory. New Trier already with the lead, but only by a point. The pass is caught by Matt Chandler, and that's good for a first down.
Brought down by number 21, Justin McGard. Play is good for a New Trier first down.
And a Trevian first down here.
Ball spotted on the Wildkits 39. 1st and 10.
And whistles. I'm not sure what the whistles are all about.
Sideline warning.
A sideline warning to Evanston.
To the Wildkits.
I understand there are a lot of football coaches and a lot of the schools around that are really angry at Maine South this year. That the coach has been running up scores on players to showcase his own kids, and you know when you're up 50-13 or something like that, you're still leaving that number 1 quarterback in, and you're still leaving everybody in there just to run up scores on people. You're not going to make a lot of friends. And that combined with the attitude of the Maine South parents has really provoked a lot of people in the Central Suburban League. They're in trouble with a lot of people. Matt Kelly, the ball carrier, he finds a hole, and he's going to go in for the touchdown. Matt Kelly on the trap play. Well, this is called staying out of the middle of the field. And the trap play and a big hole over on the far side. And Matt Kelly, a big solid runner. Nice hit there by Jack D'Angelo to make that opening. And then Matt Kelly just outruns Jody Ellis for the touchdown. And the 36-yard touchdown run by Matt Kelly. And the Trevians get a little breathing room here, leading it now 13-6 as the Trevians go for the PAT. The kick is up, and it's no good. They didn't make it. So with 4:45 left to play, here in the second quarter. First half, the Trevians leading this 13-6. And we're set for the kickoff. And a little squib kick.
Picked up by Jody Ellis.
Jody Ellis picked it up and got up to about the 34-yard line before he is sort of tackled and sort of fell down on his own on that slippery field. You can see we still got some snow out there. We had some lake effect snow, and the temperature really hasn't risen all that much, so it's a little bit of a icy snow that has fallen and made life treacherous out there on the field a little bit. Brian Kelly hands it off.
Straight ahead.
And a gain of a couple. We'll call it, maybe 1.5. We'll call it 2. Second down and 8. And that's kind of a long 8.
Just across the 35. Call a pickup of 2. Second and 8 for the Wildkits.
So the Wildcats, second down. Trier gets a little more breathing room. Option held by Brian Kelly. Kelly, some good yardage, gets down to about the 42-yard line of the Wildcats. Well, they're going to give it to 41, but I think he was down before that. I think that was a bad spot of the ball. Well, there's his knee going down there. And I want to know how they could end up giving him the ball. That's the 44-yard line, and they end up giving him the ball on the 41. The Trevians lost 3 yards off of this one, and there's no excuse for that on the part of a referee. Wow. See, he continues sliding, but the knee was way down. Forward progress, and they might even spot that. Knowing these guys are probably going to spot it at the 40. Bad call. Bad spot. Boy, I don't know how they could spot that ball there. The pass over to the far side. It's complete. Olivo Thompson, and again they give him a favorable spot. They gave him another yard. Wow. I think. Let's check that one. Well, when I'm wrong, I'm wrong. And that was a pretty good spot on the part of the refs. Now, they were right on this one. Wrong on the one before this, but on this one, they are right. And I guess it's just the camera angle that we're at, because we are obviously not right along the line there, and it's kind of hard to tell exactly where he went, but he clearly, where they spot the ball, that's where he clearly was. So, good call this time by the refs on the spot. Brian Kelly, the quarterback for the Wildkits. And again on the option. And Kelly kept it, got the first down to about the 25-yard line of the new Trier Trevians. And the Wildcats have a first down here.
First and 10 for Evanston from the Wildkits from the Trevian 25.
And
26.
Actually, this is sort of day. I wouldn't trust the kickers. It's far too cold. Hands are far too cold on the holders, and with this treacherous field, really can't get a good feel for the kick. Got to be all leg from short distance. Olivo Thompson, the ball carrier.
Brought down after a gain of about 3 yards.
They're calling it a gain of 3. That wasn't Olivo Thompson. That was Douglas.
Ball started on the 23. Call it 2nd and 7.
Second down. And about 8. First half of Class AA, if you will, the Class AA Sweet 16. 16 teams left at this level. Option. And boy, that one didn't work. I don't know if that was a busted play or what. I think it was a busted play. Meanwhile, down at close to the goal line, there was a little entanglement down that way. A loss of a couple. 3rd down and 11.
That tackle made by number 9, Chris Collins, for the Trevians. Call it 3rd and 11.
3rd down, 11 yards to go. And now delay a game against Evanston. Well, they'll lose another 5 yards off of that. Took too long. Evanston's been taking a lot of time getting that snap away and getting the play started, and this time it cost them.
5-yard penalty. The ball.
That'll bring up a 3rd down and 16 now for the Wildcats.
3rd and 16 for Evanston.
Third and 16. And now Evanston going to take a timeout. 44 seconds left to play here in the half.
3rd and 16 for the Wildcats.
3rd down, 16 yards to go. In motion, Douglas throws and just ticked. Incomplete. A little bit overthrown. That'll bring up a 4th down. 4th down, 40 seconds left to play here in the first half. So 16 teams left in each one of the brackets going into this game. This is the big schools, largest schools in state, and the Wildcats going to take another timeout. 40 seconds left to play here in the first half. New Trier leading 13-6. The largest schools in the state of Illinois. Actually, the 4 largest by size. Pass is incomplete, and the Trevians take over on downs. But out of the 4 largest schools in the state of Illinois that qualified for the playoffs, all 4 of them were here in this quadrant, or if you will, this bracket. They call them quadrants, but the bracket. Out of the 8 teams that were here, 4 of them were the largest to make the Class 8A playoffs.
And off to Brian Kelly.
Brian Kelly, the ball carrier. And, of course, 4 of them were from the same conference. Timeout, New Trier. So it's kind of strange that it worked out that way, but that's the way it worked out. The largest school, size-wise, to make the playoff was Stevenson. The second largest size-wise was Lane Tech. And the third largest, New Trier, size-wise. In school population-wise, they are 3, 4, and 5 in the state in that order. And then Warren is also among the larger schools. Just a little bit under New Trier and Waukegan. I want to say about 3,600 now. Back to pass. Napoleon throws up the middle. Pass is complete to Ryan O'Rourke, and down he goes at the Wildcat 41-yard line. Well, Trevians trying to strike something going before the end of the half. And 19 seconds left to play. And again, New Trier going to take a timeout. I think what they're going to do on the 19 seconds left to go here in the half. New Trier probably going to try some razzle-dazzle here to razzle-dazzle in a solid play to go for the touchdown. Back to pass, Dusty Napoleon. Looking. Still looking, and now he'll have to take off. And goes out of bounds as far as he could get ahead going forward. And he's going to go out at the 34-yard line of the Wildcats. Didn't want to take time waiting for a receiver. Would have taken too long.
2nd and 3 for New Trier.
2nd down and 3.
1 second remaining in the half.
Back to pass, over to the far side. Pass is complete, out of bounds. Matt Chandler with the reception. Fairly close to field goal range on a normal day, but this isn't a normal day, down about the 23-yard line.
23.
And it's kind of close to field goal range. Dusty Napoleon, the quarterback. Trevians will have a shot at 1, maybe 2 more plays here to the first half. Back to pass. Throws over here to the near side. Ryan O'Rourke, and it's knocked away by Jerome Daly. And there's 1 second left, and I would assume now New Trier going to try for the field goal. That is the case. Now the Trevians going to try to put a little extra on here. They're leading by a touchdown and an extra point.
New Trier is lining up its field goal formation.
Dusty Napoleon to hold. He'll hold from the right side this time. The kick is up and again falls short. And that's the end of the first half. So we've reached halftime with the score, the New Trier Trevians 13 and the Evanston Wildkits 6. And we'll be back with more Feats Bowl action here on the Metro Chicago Sports Network right after we pause for these messages. Well, welcome back. All set to get underway with the second half. New Trier to kick off to the Wildkits. Class 8A playoffs, the quarterfinals. Well, actually, no, I guess this isn't a quarter. Like I said, Sweet 16. And finally down, up 47, 48-yard line. And that's where the Wildcats will take over.
First and 10 for the Evanston Wildkits.
New Trier and Evanston. Long-time storied rivalry. They used to play these games in Dyke Stadium in Northwestern. It's been a number of years since they've done that. Used to be the game on Thanksgiving morning, back in the days before state playoffs. Originally, the football season used to start about the third week of September and last to Thanksgiving Day. And ever since 1973, or 74, I guess it is, somewhere in there, we've had the state playoffs, and you start earlier and earlier. Knocked away by Ryan Kelly, intended for Jody Ellis over on that far side.
The incomplete pass will bring up third and a long 6 for the Wildcats.
3rd and 6 for Evanston.
From the New Trier 48.
Just underway with the second half. It looks like some of that snow has managed to slowly melt away, or maybe get onto the uniforms a little bit. It is a rather cold day. Here's a pass, and it is caught. How did he ever manage to catch that one? Jody Ellis, a nice job of catching it at the 40-yard line.
A pickup of 8 yards.
Through the traffic. Good throw by Brian Kelly, and a nice catch by Jody Ellis at the 40-yard line. That's good for a Wildcat first down. New Trier trying to keep their playoff record against Evanston. Jerome Daly, the ball carrier, and I think he ended up actually getting tripped up by his own guy. And Tom Ferguson helped it along a little bit by making sure he stayed down.
Pickup of 1 yard on the play.
Second down and 9.
9 for the Wildcats from the New Trier 39.
Well, typical Midwestern football weather. Temperature hovering just a little bit above 30, or maybe at 30, somewhere in through there. As we said, a little lake effect snow and the wind blowing in. It's sunny out west, they're telling me. Here's a pass, incomplete. The intended for Ellis. And Brian Kelly went down hard.
Coverage by number 1, Ryan O'Rourke.
Well, the New Trier Trevians.
For the New Trier 39.
At 8-2. New Trier has made the playoffs. They had a string there continuously, 95, 96, 97, 98, 99, 2000, 2001. Missed out on 2002, and back into the playoffs here in 2003. And another delay of game against Evanston. And during that time, actually, they didn't do too well, with the exception of the first year, I believe, and the last year. They really didn't do this year. The first time that they've really gotten... I'll take that back, because obviously I know I'm wrong on that. Because I forgot about the year when we ended up losing to Naperville Central. Well, no, I take that back. This is, if they win today, it's the farthest they've gone since 1996. That year they went
pass is incomplete.
11-0 into the playoff against Wheaton Warrenville South in 1996 and lost in the third game.
Jerome Bailey to punt for the Wildkits. Firework keep to receive for New Trier.
2001, 2 games. And the Wildcats will have to kick this one away. Loyola. Lost to Loyola in the first game in 2000. Lost to Glenbard East in 1999 in the first game. Lost to Loyola in 1998 in the first game in overtime. And it's going to roll that at the 15-yard line. Lost to Stevenson in 1997 in the first game. In 1996, beat Romeoville 42-0. Evanston 41-13, and then got skunked by Wheaton Warrenville South 42-0 to go out of the playoffs. The year before, or 2 years before, I'm missing a year here because I know they made it in. Oh no, that's right, 96, 95. Yeah, 95 they went 2 years, and then went out in that Ice Bowl game 6-0. Coldest football game I think I've ever worked. Matt Kelly cuts to the outside and out of bounds at about the 20-yard line. Boy, that one in 1995. It started off fine during the day and it rained and it turned to snow. And in the process, the temperature took a real nosedive and everything froze up. So not only was there snow on top, but it was almost like a crust with a heavy ice underneath. They tried taking a tractor out there. They tried all kinds of things out at York High School. Oh my, big hole. Here's Jack D'Angelo. He looks back. He's not going to find anybody after him. He's going to go all the way. An 80-yard touchdown run by Jack D'Angelo. Wow. Jack D'Angelo. The most surprised person on the whole field, I think, is Jack D'Angelo, as Jack found a big hole there. And the 6'4", 240-pound fullback, boom, there's the hole. And then Jack, off to the races. Once he got it in, now he takes a look at it. Where what? Wow, this is going to be fun. He takes another look back. That's one thing you don't do. You're not supposed to do, Jack. Just run as hard as you can. And don't look back. And Jack in for the touchdown. So Jack D'Angelo with a big 80-yard run. And the Trevians have added a couple of extra points to their lead and now lead this one 20-6. Wow. 2 plays. And the Trevians get some insurance here. So Jack D'Angelo. Wow. 80-yard touchdown run. John Barron on to try the point after. And they're going to go for the 2-point. And Dusty Napoleon in for the 2-point conversion. And it's 22. Left. So the Trevians up 21-6. I forgot they missed that extra point. 21-6. And the New Trier Trevians trying to make it to the playoffs. A little bit further on. I guess next week would be quarterfinals. This is the Sweet 16. So what's next week? The Elite Eight? I guess it would be. The football Elite Eight, Class 8A.
John Barron to kick off for New Trier.
And John Barron will kick it off. And the True Blue Trevian crew in fine voice. Sensing something happening here. Taking it to 20. Cut to the outside, 30. And he'll go down short of the 35. But they'll give him the 35-yard line, it appears. He never did actually hit there. That ball never got there, so again, apparently these refs like giving extra yards to Evanston. We've caught them giving them as much as 3 yards on a play. Back to pass. Brian Kelly throws up the middle, incomplete. And they're going to call pass interference here. But the Evanston player actually ran into the New Trier player. Just literally ran into him. The New Trier guy was just kind of standing there. And they're going to call that pass interference. And a kind of iffy call. But it is what the ref calls it. So that'll be a first down for the Wildkits right at midfield.
Wildkits, 1st and 10.
And now, flag goes down. If it's, I think, a sideline warning against New Trier, which would mean a 5-yard walk-off now. It is against New Trier. New Trier. So now it's a 20-yard walk-off out of this. 1st and 5 at the 45. And the Trevians very hot at these refs. They just, I don't know. There's something about these games. Maybe it's just the emotional intensity. But whatever it is, boy, when New Trier and Evanston play, there's always seems to be some referee controversy that goes on. A pass incomplete.
Pass in the flat is incomplete. For Kevin Meyer.
That's 2nd down and 5 yards to go. We're here at Evanston Memorial Stadium. And not too far away, we'll be up on top of up into the catwalk at Wolf Shrine Arena. December 21st is the pass is complete. That'll be a first down, down to the 36-yard line of the Trevians.
That's good for a while. First down.
Back to pass. Now throws over to the far side and incomplete. Thrown a little high, and then Ryan O'Rourke and Matt Kelly made sure that he went down hard. The receiver went down hard. 36-yard line. 2nd and 10.
From the New Trier 36.
There have been some great games over the years between these two teams. Everyone talks about the famous mouth guard game in '73. Pass is complete. The lone loss in the last couple of years, of course, they have New Trier highly favored, and it rained so much that the bog out here on Memorial Stadium Field, and nobody could do much of anything. And whoever had possession on the north end of the field the most was the one who was going to come out the victor, and that's what happened. Then there was the year, Matt Lonnick's junior year, I believe, or was it senior year? Maybe it was the senior year where New Trier, Lonnick with a 50-yard bomb to Patrick Newmeyer. It was a first down for the Wildkits here. 50-yard bomb to Patrick Newmeyer set up the game-winning touchdown, and then Evanston went for an onside kick. The ball went only about 6 or 8 yards, and the Wildcat touched it, and the refs let them have it on an onside kick, short, even though it was an illegal onside kick. And Matt Lonnick on the fourth down put it away, and here's another delay of game against Evanston. That's the third one today, I believe, or second one for them. Evanston being very deliberate today. First down and 15. I think Evanston trying to get New Trier to jump early. And New Trier has only had that one, so that was their own doing, where they kind of went over. There's a pass up the middle, incomplete. Going long to Jody Ellis.
It's incomplete. Coverage on the play to Ryan O'Rourke.
7:21 left to play. Trevians leading it.
Now
second down.
For the Wildkits from the 30.
Well, the Wildkits trying to get back in this one. Back to pass. Now in trouble. Over here to the near side. Now tries to throw up the middle. There's a man open, but he got creamed and dropped the ball.
Ball is incomplete. Intended for Sergio Rivera Thompson.
Sergio Rivera Thompson was the intended receiver at the 5-yard line. And he was open.
Now 3rd and 15 for the Wildkits from the 30.
But the coverage got there and made sure he dropped the ball on a throw that was a little bit high. And now Evans is going to take a timeout. They didn't like what they saw. Trying to avoid another delay of game. There's the True Blue Trevian crew that's here today. 7:11 left to play. New Trier leading it, 21-6. And we're set to get underway again. Alone back. 3rd down and 15. Back to pass up the middle. It is complete. Touchdown, Evanston. 7:04 left to play. Looks like the Wildcats going to go for a two-point conversion. And there goes the flag again. Delay a game. So thank you very much. And now for the kick. And it is short. I think it might have been partly deflected. 21-12, favor of the Trevians. 21-12 the score. They kick away and rolls into the end zone. Touchback. Trevians will take over at the 20.
This will be a touchback. Trier will take over first and 10 from its own 20.
So the Trevians from the 20. More than a quarter and a half left to go.
From the Big Ten, Indiana 17, Illinois 14.
Glad to have you with us, wherever you may be. A handoff to Matt Kelly. Kelly gains about 5.
25. Pick up a 5-yard tackle on the play by number 66, Stephen Johnson. 2nd and 5 for the Trevians.
2nd and 5.
Also in the Big Ten, Wisconsin has defeated Minnesota 37-34. D'Angelo straight ahead.
Jack D'Angelo again gets a first down for the Trevians. Out beyond the 30 to about the 34, depending.
Jody Ellis with the tackle for the Wildkits. That's good for a New Trier first down. 1st and 10.
Back to pass. Throws and complete. A little behind Andrew Krajewski, but not so much he couldn't catch it. Inside the 30 down to the 29-yard line. And the Trevians have a 1st and 10 at the 29 of the Wildkits. And the True Blue Trevian crew here today. The handoff to Matt Kelly. And straight ahead running, gets inside the 25 down to the 24 or 3. Looks like 24 is where they're going to spot it.
Pick up a 5 yards, 2nd and 5 for New Trier.
2nd down, 5 yards to go. Kelly and D'Angelo in the backfield. Napoleon hands it off to Kelly. Kelly dives ahead. He'll be short of the first down. And they're going to reset it at the inside the 21, so about the 20 and a half. Well, the way they're setting it up at 2, but it might be a little less than that, actually. And Dusty Napoleon tries to dive forward for the first down, and it's going to be close, because they're not going to give him the spot of the ball, and they're going to measure this.
This is timeout. There will be
don't you know that's the sound of the men working on the chain gang? That's the sound of the men working on the chain gang. All day long they're going. Awfully close. And it is a first down. By the nose of the football. By a whisker on the snout of the pigskin. But the Trevians have the first down. 1st and 10. The Dusty Napoleon. As the Trevians moving again. Just inside the 20 at about the 19. Kelly the ball carrier. And back across the 15 to just about the 14 and a half. Second down, 5 yards to go. Inside the Wildkit 15-yard line. Dusty Napoleon back to pass. Napoleon will take off on his own. Headed towards the touchdown, and he's got it. Cross the end zone for the touchdown. This may have been a passing play that went awry. Idea to pitch to the left here. There you see it. And Dusty gets to the outside and sees all his receivers covered. So he decides to take off on his own. And the final dive to make sure he gets there. Well, and maybe on that case it was thank you to the referees on the other end. The touchdown, it looked like Dusty may have had his knee down at about the 1, but Dusty dives in and they give him the touchdown. Dusty Napoleon takes it home with the dive. A 19 or 14-yard touchdown play. And the New Trier Trevians lead this one 27-12 with the point after coming. So the Trevians 27, and now a little pushing and shoving going on down along the line.
In the third quarter. There is a flag on the field.
And I don't know, the ref said something. They said something to the ref. My guess is they probably said something about the fact that he had his knee down. That Dusty might have had his knee down. And unsportsmanlike conduct against.
Unsportsmanlike conduct.
Oh, yeah, it's unsportsmanlike conduct against Evanston, and it'll be taken on the kickoff. So there New Trier still kick from the 3-yard line here for the point after, and the kick is up, and it is good. It is 28-12. I'm not sure if it was something that was said. My guess is that it probably was. But in any case, the Trevians are going to have some great field possession. Oh, they got Shea Fitzgerald's jersey over there. You notice that a little number 66 up along the fence there. There you see Shea Fitzgerald's jersey up there on the fence. Shea, of course, one of the former New Trier player, all-stater in football and wrestling, and he was one of the New Trier alums killed in the porch collapse. And Shea's jersey up there on that fence, inspiring the Trevians here today. Now, following the 15-yard walk-off on the touchdown for the unsportsmanlike conduct, the Trevians will kick off from the 45-yard line of the Wildkits. It's kind of straight ahead, all leg today. Down to the 7-yard line, up ahead. Busts a little bit, and then another bad tackle over here to the near side. And strong arms his way out past the 20. And again, a favorable spot at the 25. It looked like he actually went out of bounds a little bit before that 25. But, okay. Not going to change anything. Might as well stop complaining. First and 10 for the Evanston Wildkits at their own 25. And a flag goes down. Illegal substitution. 12 men in the huddle. Illegal participation penalty. Went back into the huddle. 12 men in the huddle against Evanston. So a loss of 5. Pass, Brian Kelly underneath, complete. And 33-yard line, up to the 33. Second down. Third down and about 3. Second and 3. Yes, that's right, because of the penalty. Shooting out of the shotgun is Brian Kelly. Back to pass. Again, short. And Jody Ellis gets the first down. Out past the 35 to the 36. And Evanston has a first down here. On to Flair over here to the near side, out past the 40 to the 42.
Crosses the 40-yard line, pickup is about 6. Ball gain 7.
Second down and 3.
Ball spotted on the 43.
New Trier and Evanston. Class 8A playoffs over here to the near side. Incomplete.
Pass is complete to Meyer. Incomplete.
Intended on the coverage was Andrew Krajewski on the near side. Andrew, the youngest of a number of brothers. 50 seconds left to play here in the third quarter. Back to pass. Kelly throws up the middle, incomplete. And Chris Collins broke it up.
Chris Collins on the coverage for New Trier.
And that'll bring up a third down.
On their own 43.
And 3.
Fourth and 3.
They got fourth down and 3. And they will have to go for it. Try and get back in this game. Back to pass. Kelly throws. And the flag goes down for pass interference, but boy, that is not pass interference. Well, the question that I have here, I don't know what he's counting as pass interference. Which one of the two defenders there my assumption is it's something like over the back. But is he touching him going over the back? Or is he just going for the ball over the back, knocking it away? There was no pass interference there. Bad call. I didn't see it. Oh, 15-yard walk-off on the pass interference somehow. They call that pass interference somehow. Let's take it back again. There's the ball coming in. He's got the hand in front of him. Well, I suppose maybe it's just that he put the hand in. But how can you call that pass interference? That's somewhat unique to me, but that's why I'm not a referee, I suppose. So another automatic first down on the pass interference. And, these refs just don't appear to be having a good day today, at least as far as the Trevians are concerned. Over to the far side and out of bounds. On the keeper by Brian Kelly, but he only gained a yard. Maybe two. Looks like a yard. Second down and 9.
Gain of 1 yard, call it second and 9 from the 41.
Well, the Wildkits, second time today on a fourth down situation, new life given to the Wildkits on a questionable pass interference. Back to pass, Kelly, up the middle, incomplete.
Intended for Marcel Dallas.
And that'll bring up a third down.
Brings up third and 9 for the Wildcats.
And 9. Third and 9. And Kelly will work out of the shotgun. Back to pass. Moves over to the side. Now he'll take it himself. And got hit from behind pretty hard. And down to the 36-yard line of the Trevians.
Pick up a 3 on the play.
And it'll bring up 3. Fourth down and 4.
From the 36.
Now let's see if we get any phantom flags. Instead, it's the end of the quarter.
That's the end.
So at the end of the third quarter, the Trevians lead at 28-12. We'll be back with more football action from Evanston right after these messages here on the Metro Chicago Sports Network. The fourth quarter.
From the Nuclear 36.
Trevians leading 28-12. Back to pass. Pass is incomplete.
Intended for Ellis is incomplete.
Intended for Jody Ellis.
Pass is intended for number 4, Brian Northington.
And the Trevians take over on downs. Fourth down. Well, the Trevians have the football and the lead. And trying to add to it.
First and 10, Nuclear from their own 36.
Getting a little dark. Kind of an interesting setup they had there on the defense. 4 front, 7 back. Gain of 5. Second down, 5 yards to go. Kind of an interesting defensive alignment there for the Wildkits. See if they pull that again. 4-4-3. Now, handoff and nothing there. They actually dropped for a little bit of a loss. It's Jack D'Angelo. Jack gets up a little sore. 3rd down and 6. Now Jack's already had a career day. Well, with that 80-yard touchdown run. D'Angelo and Kelly in the backfield. And off to Kelly. And 4th down and about 3 or 4. We'll call it 4th down and 4. At the 43-yard line. And New Trier with the big lead here, not going to risk anything. And we'll kick it away.
Brian McGinnis to punt for New Trier. Sergio Rivera Johnson deep for the Wildkits.
The kick away. Had a kind of quick kick it almost. And Thompson, oh boy, yeah, that's obvious. On the flag for the hit in the back. Boy, if you didn't call this one, you knew something. You would know something was up here. Watch right there. The guy with the ball. Sergio Rivera Thompson, and then watch right to his on your TV, the left, and you'll see a most obvious block to the back that you'll ever see right there. Boom, little obvious. Who, me? Yeah, I did it. Yeah. And that'll be a big walk-off. 9:48 left to play. Here in the 4th quarter. Kelly works out of the shotgun. Back to pass. Brian Kelly. Kelly rolls, now throws over here to the near side. Pass is complete to Jody Ellis. Ellis up past the 35 and down to the 38-yard line. So a nice play by the Evanston Wildkits. Moves it out harm's way deep in the end, deep in the Wildkits defensive zone, out to about the 38-yard line. New Trier and Evanston, Class 8A playoffs. Pass up the middle and intercepted. By Chris Collins. And flag goes down, though. There's a flag down, and I think that's on New Trier for a block to the back, even though that wasn't much of a block to the back. True Blue Trevian crew. You know, he tried not to hit him, and really, I mean, just barely touched the guy. But he did do it in the back, and I guess the ref saw it enough that he was content to throw the flag, but it wasn't really much of a block to the back. Certainly not like the one previously. It's almost like they're trying to even this thing up. If one team does it, the other team gets it.
Kelly the ball carrier.
Kelly the ball carrier.
Ball spotted on the
at the 39-yard line.
Second and a long 6.
Second down.
7 for New Trier.
And 7 for the Trevians. New Trier and Evanston meeting for something like the 96th or 97th time in their storied past. Storied history of these two schools. Probably the most intense rivalry in the state of Illinois. Perhaps even in the nation. Because unlike others where it's in one sport or another, between New Trier and Evanston, it's in all the sports. There's soccer for the famous fire hydrant. Basketball. They draw 8,000 to games now at Welsh Ryan in the big rivalry games, regular season games, not playoff. Swimming and diving, my goodness, has that been a famous very first interscholastic swimming meet ever held in the country was New Trier and Evanston. The old Evanston YMCA. 7:53 left to play. And New Trier was the first high school in the country to have their own swimming pool. Before that, everybody swam in their YMCA or the local pool. New Trier built the first swimming pool inside their school. The ball at the Evanston 37-yard line. Kelly cuts to the outside. He may be off again. 10, 5, staggers, touchdown, New Trier. Another one. Matt Kelly. Well, this is almost a repeat of the earlier one he had with the big hole over there on that far side. Jack D'Angelo adding the little block. This time he blocked on the inside. And Kelly, through the hole, gets to the outside. And the 4 Wildkits can't get him down before he's in for the touchdown. And it is 34-12, favor of New Trier. So the New Trier Trevians have really extended this lead now. Here in the fourth quarter, it is now 34-12. And who would have thunk that after the last game went to overtime to decide, that New Trier would have such an easy time here, and that's what appears to be going on. New Trier leading this one 34-12. Matt Kelly with the running play. And the Evanston Wildkits faithful beginning to sense the possibility here that their season's going to end today. 7:20 left to play. 34-12. And the New Trier fans, I'm not sure if that's trying to stay warm or that they're celebrating over there. They're bouncing around pretty good up there, but I think that may be partly to stay warm because it is cold. The hold, the kick up, and it is good. Now the True Blue Trevian crew beginning to bounce around up there. Pretty happy. 35-12, favor of the Trevians here at Evanston. A cold afternoon, and the Wildkits, who you would think would have been a little better prepared for this, playing on their home field, have had their teeth kind of handed to them a little bit by the New Trier Trevian running game. Oh, George Martin's there egging them on. George, a real character. George used to be, if you remember, White Sox games at Old Comiskey Park, and the drummer boy that used to go marching around on the concourse, banging his drums, his snare drum. That was George Martin. George lives here in Evanston, but he's a New Trier fan. They also help him go. He actually goes to all the New Trier Green hockey games, too. The pass complete. Ellis and out of bounds. And before the next play, let's take a brief break for station identification. This is the Metro Chicago Sports Network. You're watching New Trier Trevians football on the Metro Chicago Sports Network on Comcast and New Trier Lyceum. So the Evanston Wildkits have the ball at their own 41-yard line to the near side. And Reed goes out of bounds at the 46 on the friendly spot. Where he dove out of bounds. 3rd down and 2. Class 8A playoffs. Over on the far side, complete. Gets the first down, Jody Ellis, and out of bounds inside Trevian territory of the 46-yard line. It's kind of funny for all the talk about the rivalry between these two schools. On the other hand, I know so many of the people here in Evanston, even the one, the New Trier camera guy, used to teach school here in Evanston, off and on for about 15 years. I also was in at Glenbrook South. And Brian Kelly goes out of bounds at the 41-yard line. That'll bring up a 2nd down and 5. Second and 5.
From the 42.
Back to pass. Kelly goes long and caught out of bounds at the 4-yard line, but they're going to spot it at the 1. Oh, come on, guys. Get this thing right. Wow. It is caught, but he went out of bounds at the 4, and they're going to spot it at the 1. Bad spot again. I want to know how anybody could spot this ball at the 1-yard line. Now watch the catch. I mean, a good catch by Jody Ellis. I have no hassles with the catch, and you know that he was in bounds. 1. Well, they're going to give it to him on that. Okay. Well, maybe it wasn't such a bad spot after all. You know, it's not where the foot is, it's where the ball is. Well, I was looking at the foot, and boy, he was out of bounds long before that, but I guess Good job by Ellis, making sure he got as much as he could. And they're going to give it to him at the 1. Well, that's why you have slow-mo sometimes. Sometimes you talk, your mouth kind of overdoes it. I got a little case of foot and mouth disease today. Going for it. Fumble. Uh-oh. Fumble, and I think the Trevians may have it for a touchback. Oh, my.
Another flag.
And flag goes down. And there's going to be some discussion with this, but I think New Trier has a football.
No official indication of who has possession.
Brian Kelly fumbles this going into the end zone. And then we'll stay with this and see if we can catch where these flags come in. Right there is where he lost it. And the loose ball, and New Trier covers it in the end zone. Yeah, you can see the players. It is a touchback for New Trier, but let's see where we can see. Oh, there. The Evanston kid pulls on the New Trier kid, and the New Trier kid. And there goes the flag, but I don't know where. Oh, maybe for the mouth by Andrew Krajewski. That would be my guess. So it'd be the one on the pulling, and one for the mouth would be a guess. Before the New Trier player could get his teammate Krajewski away from it. But New Trier football on the touchback, and coincidental and sportsmanlike conducts that don't mean a thing because they're coincidental on each side. There'll be no yardage walked off. The only thing I can think of on why Andrew Krajewski got an unsportsmanlike was for the mouth after the Evanston player pulled him off the pile. But New Trier already had the football, so didn't matter. 27, 28-yard line. Jack D'Angelo, the ball carrier. Make it the 28-yard line. Jack has had a stellar day today. Jack D'Angelo. That Kelly's done pretty well, too. I don't know where Spencer Craig is, why Spencer wasn't here today. But Tad Stacy, in the earlier going, he had a touchdown before he went out with an ankle. Flag goes down. And backfield in motion, baby. Gonna have to penalize you. New Trier started moving forward before the ball was snapped. 5:18 left to play here in the fourth quarter. Backfield in motion, baby. You know that's against the rules. We got you. Backfield in motion. New Trier players, just about everybody. Well, the two running backs certainly moved forward before the ball was snapped, and that's the backfield in motion penalty. Loss of about 5 yards on the play. The pitch over to the far side, Matt Kelly. Third down. Short game. And I don't know, that ref over on that far side's had his real troubles with that New Trier sideline, and understandably so. Third down and about 6. For New Trier. Handoff. Kelly cuts to the outside. Still brought down.
Run down by number 1, Jody Ellis.
Jody Ellis was there for it.
Loss of 2 on the play.
Boy, Matt Kelly's older brother, Peter,
for the Wildkits.
certainly he and his dad look awfully, they look alike. Fourth down, Trevians will kick it away here. Well, meanwhile, took a lot of time off the clock doing it. And, of course, saved it from the touchback. And up ahead in pretty good run back to the 32-yard line. And that's where the Evanston Wildkits will take over. I still want to figure out how Evanston, home of Northwestern University, I can understand the Wildkits, with Evanston being the Wildcats, you know, the Wild Kittens, abbreviated to the Wildkits. But I want to figure out how they ended up with blue and orange as their school colors. Over to the far side. Oh, my. Razzle-dazzle play, and it's good for the touchdown. Somebody missed some coverage over there by the Trevians. And a touchdown for Evanston. Evanston going for the two-point conversion here. Wildcats over to the far side. Nope. Won't work. Right through the hands. Here comes the most obvious onside kick. That perhaps has ever been known. Going to send it over here to the near side. Not a very smart move. Only one guy over here. And Elipus easily falls down on the ball out at the 47, 48-yard line. Well, doesn't make much sense to me, but shift everybody over on one side and then send the onside kick to the other, particularly, of course, that again, added to that, I'm sure Will Stafford didn't know what he was supposed to do as far as that onside kick, and that is put it on the ground. Let it bounce around a little bit. So the Trevians have good field position and still have a big lead here. Matt Kelly picks up a yard or two. And a flag down. We'll call it holding against New Trier would be a guess. It is. Holding against the Trevs. A little jingle bells, huh? A little bit of the snow. Well, it's nice to know you have a sense of humor. The handoff. And Jack D'Angelo up to the 45-yard line. And a timeout taken? Yes. Well, the Trevians looking good here to advance in the playoffs to the Elite Eight of the Class 8A, leading here 35-18. I think it's rather funny. Everyone talks certainly in the suburban, the Central Suburban League, about how large New Trier is. Yet two other teams that are here were here in this bracket were larger than New Trier. Well, New Trier is certainly one of the largest schools in the state. And Maine South, I think the smallest school in the Central Suburban South, and they're doing very well, of course. Matt Kelly gets into Evanston territory at about the 49-yard line. I'll tell you something here, too. I'm not going to fault any player today for missed tackles. It is cold, and I'm sure their hands are cold, and I'm sure it's probably damp out there. You can see we've still got some snow down there. And we're down to about 2 minutes left to play here in the fourth quarter. The handoff. Matt Kelly, the ball carrier.
Crosses the Wildcat 45.
Down to the 45-yard line. Timeout taken by Evanston.
At 21, Justin Medard.
Minute 37 left to play. And there's one thing you can say about this game, no matter where you are in the standings or in playoffs or anything else, the important thing is always between these two teams is just beating the other guy. Simply because of the rivalry between these two schools. Well, as I said, the two schools now have drawn in the 4 regular season playoff games, regular season games, not playoff games. Yeah, Welsh Ryan Arena, about 7,500 to 8,000 for every single one of those games. New Trier student body about 3,800 now, and Evanston about 3,100. So you can tell you get a little bit. Everybody comes out to watch those things. Over on the far side, and it's going to roll dead at the 20. And again, some silliness going on. Evanston with the football at their own 20-yard line. A little more than a minute left to play. In some senses, I guess it is better that you have all these sizes. You got schools of 100 kids or 100 students in them. Not really fair to put them up against a place like New Trier or Lane Tech or anybody else. Hurry up on the offense here for the Wildkits. Basketball, it's a little different, I suppose, because you still have only 10 or 15 players. On the run, out of bounds. No, he's not out of bounds. It's just for the first down. And again, move forward. A time stop while they move the chains. Out to the 42-yard line. 43-yard line, make it. Now the clock rolls on again. Wildcats getting a little desperate here. A little hurry up. Ellis, and he gets a first down and out of bounds inside Trevian territory at the 43-yard line. Well, next week, it appears we're going to have a football game. And then girls swimming and diving the week after that. course, the girls swimming and diving, we can't air on the IHSA rules at the time of the event, that week, so it'll be a little while beyond that. Kelly takes off. He's on a scamper over here to the inside the 30 and down out of bounds at the 25-yard line to stop the clock. Evanston is out of timeouts. First and 10 for the Evanston Wildkits at the Trevian 25, and now the Trevian students starting to move up to the fence here. I'm sure they're going to try and make a mad rush to celebrate. Kelly works out of the shotgun. Brian Kelly back to pass. Kelly in trouble, throws it, and incomplete. Under a minute to go here in the game.
Ball spotted at the 25. Second and 10 for the Wildcats.
Second down, 10 yards to go. New Trier has a lot of clean jerseys out there right now. Brian Kelly back to pass, throws. It is complete. And inside the 15 to about the 14-yard line. Make it the 13, and again the Wildcats are going to have to hurry up here. It is a first down, so they stop the clock to move the chains, but not a lot of time left. Back to pass, and incomplete. Knocked away. Second down. Again, back to pass. Looking, goes to the corner. Touchdown, Evanston. 4 seconds left on the game. And a touchdown for the Wildcats. A little celebration here in the end. And again, going for the 2-point conversion here. 35-24 now. Back to pass. Now looking, and down he goes on the sack, and the 2-point conversion no good. 35-24 with just 4 seconds left to play. I'm sure again we'll have another onside kick. And Will Stafford. And the Trevians have it. And that's the ball game. All the time gone. That's it. A little pushing and shoving on the end. Wouldn't be a New Trier Evanston game without a little trash talk thrown in there. And here comes some of the students. Not all of them are going to be brave enough to jump over that fence. And the New Trier Trevians are victorious and advance to the state quarterfinals against Maine South. Final score, New Trier 35 and Evanston 24. This is Mark Braun. Hope you have enjoyed this broadcast. Join us for our next broadcast next week. And for all of us here at the Metro Chicago Sports Network, hope you enjoyed this one. And we say as always,